We are Emma and Kev. This is our narrowboat home, and these are our dogs Alfie and Molly. These vlogs are a diary of our weekly shenanigans exploring the UK canals. We promise to share the good, the bad,
on the towpath, and he went, "You can get a bloody bus through there."
and the
What
silly.
I do is go slide, delete, and I'm gone.
If only it was that easy.
So why not join our midlife crisis boating adventures?
Good morning.
Come on in.
We are cruising towards the marina so that we can put the boat in for crick weekend.
It's Thursday today, isn't it?
It is.
I'm done with work for the week now, and I've got next week off. Yay!
So
We
got
didn't
a long
move
time.
last night, did we?
No.
Otherwise, we're going to be too far ahead. Now, as Emma said before, the lock outside the marina is closed because of water level. So what we don't want to do is go too far and join a great big queue and go, ugh, now we've got nowhere to moor. I did some more waiting, didn't I? And
Yeah.
unsuccessful waiting around.
Keeps
Although,
catching those snotty breams.
snotty breams. I'm wondering if rather than being a carp angler, I should become a bream angler.
You did catch the biggest one that you've ever
Yeah, it was
caught.
quite a big bream. It was, big old bloody thing. But I know people stand there quite proudly with their breams. I see it on Insta all the time. They're snotty and disgusting.
You won't touch them.
I unhook them in the net and let them go because they're just vile. We've got 3 locks to do. So we're going to do all 3 locks, and out of the third lock, literally the first space we see, we're mooring up. Because then tomorrow we can just get up in our leisurely time and then just chug into the marina. Although I did have a funny dream last night that we did that, and when we went into the marina on Friday morning, people were shouting at us because they thought we'd jump in the queue to get to the lock.
Oh, really?
Weird. Dunno.
Yeah, that might happen. Or people keep telling you that the lock's closed.
Yeah, the lock's closed. Yeah, we know. We're getting in the marina. So we're going to go that way. You're going to walk up to the lock today, aren't you?
I am. There's not much walking going on today, so I'm going to do the locks and get a bit of exercise in. So yeah, here we go.
Join us. Or me.
Yeah, I'll leave you in Kev's capable hands.
God. So I can see the lock already. I was hoping Emma would get there before I did. It looks like she's chatting to somebody. So maybe not. Oh dear. I can see a lady there, and I think we're in a queue now. Not a queue for a lock for ages. This is one good thing about Em walking down. My phone has gone. I think she's probably messaged me to say there's people waiting. Yeah, boat waiting for the lock. And she forgot to put the washing on. She likes to put the washing on as we're moving. Not for any particular reason, then it's doing it when we're moving. We're really lucky with our setup when I had it first put in that we don't have to run the engine, have the washing machine on. I know a lot of people do, but we don't actually. We got a big enough inverter and battery bank that we don't need the power of the engine to run the washing machine. The inverter copes with it quite nicely itself. That's always the way, I guess. We waited for a boat to come to go in, which Emma was already at the lock helping him through, which is great. They just pulled off as I pulled on. And I don't know if you can see him back there. There was a boat waiting to come down, so they've come down. And now it's our turn to go in. Bit of a leaky one by the look of it. Quite a lot pouring out the gates at the front. Again, water levels are terribly low here. I know we had rain the other night, but it was nowhere near enough. But we need the rain for the canals, but obviously we don't want the rain because we want summer. Can't have it always. And this is quite an ornate bridge. It's the ones where the bridge is split in half with a gap in the middle for years ago for the horses, for the ropes to go through. So they call a Thursday morning traffic jam. Yeah. I don't know if it's in shot yet or not. There you go. You can just about see it now. Look, the crack through the bridge where the horses would have, I guess the ropes would have been passed through the gap. That's it. First lock of the day. One doing, two left. But one thing I have noticed about the single locks on the Trent Mersey is, like all single locks, they're a lot skinnier, but they fill up a lot quicker than a double lock, obviously. But some of the ones on the Trent Mersey, don't know, throw you about when you're going up. When you're going down, it's fine. But when you're going up, if you crank that ground paddle up, my word, don't you get chucked about. Emma got chucked about, it's my fault. Emma got chucked about quite ferociously the other day. Molly's got a whine on because Emma's not on the boat. She can't stand it when Emma's not here. Alfie's quite happy just stood here. He's panicking because the gate behind me is making a right old noise. He doesn't like the gate noise. Dear Paps. As most of you probably know, the gates do creak as it's filling. And he does not like that. What he also is a bit of a magician sometimes, so I'm going to put the camera down. When he knows Emma's up in the lock and he knows she's there, when he gets level with the brakes, he's off. He's off to go and find her. Molly can hear her. She can see his stuff's going on. She doesn't like it. She paces all around the back of the stern. Where Alfie, look, is getting ready to do his leap. Trying to turn the camera off. He's a little bugger. I do love the dynamics of mine and Emma's relationship. I'm in the lock, she's over there. I've had a full-blown conversation with her. And she turned around and goes, what? She's got her blooming earbuds in, she's listening to her books. So I just had a conversation for 5 minutes, completely with myself. Well, the dogs were listening. And then she turns around and goes, what? Anyone else do that? Have a conversation with their other half and they're not even listening, or they got earbuds in, or they're miles away? Or is it just my other half that does it? Goes back to the video. Is Kev boring? So we're quite interested to know. We put our coats on, it's got a bit nippy suddenly. We're quite interested to know how many of you others out there are couples on a boat that experience sexism when the bloke's doing the lock and the woman's driving. 2 days in a row we've had, if you watch us regularly, you know we share doing the locks and doing the driving, and Emma will drive the boat into the lock and I'll do the controls on the lock, and vice versa. Just depends on what mood we're in and if one of us fancies doing the lock or not. So we share that quite happily. 2 days in a row, it's just two locks in a row. I had two different men say to me as Em was driving the boat into the lock, you got that round the wrong way, mate. She should be doing the lock and you should be driving the boat, shouldn't you?
It's surprising.
It's quite sexist, isn't it, really?
It's surprising how many, and I think sometimes I don't know if it's intentional. I think it's people of a certain age, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I mean, the other day when I was leaving, we were leaving. It wasn't Handsacre, it was the one after that, the one where we were in the shade. Just as I pushed the boat, Kev was working. So just as I pushed the boat out, I did check as I pushed the bow out, there wasn't anything coming, but there was a bit of a bend and a bridge. So anyway, as I pushed it out and got myself over to the right of the canal, you know, like in a good position, some bloke walking his dog came walking along. He went, you're going to have to reverse, love. There's boats coming. So I was like, right, okay, thanks. Yeah, no, that's good. Okay, yeah. So I stopped, kind of reversed, got myself into a position where they could pass. There was boats on the left. I was on the right, but there was enough space between us. He went, no, you're going to have to go all the way back into that space. And I was like, I know what I'm doing. Maybe I was just being sensitive.
In the end, I could hear this bloke shouting across to Emma. So I came up in the end just to stand there. And he shut up fairly quickly, didn't he? He thought
that he was the person to be telling me what to do, and I don't know. It felt uncomfortable. And to be fair, the guy that was on the boat that was moored here, he came out and he went, or he was sat on the towpath, and he went, you can get a bloody bus through there. which I knew and I could see. But I don't know whether this guy just thought that I was a woman, being inexperienced, and you know, didn't know what I was doing. But I stood my ground.
But I bet you're
that's how I knew what to do.
If I'd been driving the boat, he wouldn't have said a word to me, which I find quite strange because Emma did nothing different to what I would have done.
Yeah, it's just,
you know, I've shown you how to drive a boat the last few years, so you know what to do.
Maybe
So
he was
she did
just one of those people that kind of
I think it's because you're a girl.
couldn't. It felt a bit like it was because I was female, but equally I might have been a bit sensitive. Maybe I was a bit hangry on that day.
Maybe some people think narrowboats are like Toblerones, not for girls.
No, it's not Toblerones.
Is it not Toblerones? What was it?
It's Yorkies.
Snickers.
No,
Yorkies. Yorkies, not for girls.
Not for girls. I mean, you can keep a Yorkie. I don't like Yorkie chocolate.
No, I don't like Yorkies either.
Disgusting. If you said Toblerones were just for boys, then I would not be happy. I'll fight you over that one.
But yeah, how many of you experience a bit of sexism on the network where they assume that the woman is going to always be doing the lock and the man's always going to be doing the boat?
Hopefully not lots of you, but recently more, like just literally,
More and
that's
more.
why we've mentioned it, because it's been the last few times we've been out, hasn't it? Something has happened, and it's just like, you know, it's I can manage the boat. I know I can manage the boat.
Yeah, quite happily.
You know, I think we need some sort of sarky but smiley comeback.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah,
a
passive
comeback.
aggressive comeback is what we need. Any suggestions below?
The words I use, Emma says, aren't acceptable.
Oh, kettle's boiling.
Speaking of women's work, kettle's boiling. But it's decided today to turn quite cold. It's got quite a nip. She's smirking at me down in the galley, right, because she told me not to talk about the weather. We always talk about the weather. There's bugger all else to talk about in a narrowboat. The weather, what the pub was like last night, and what toilets you've got.
Don't feel like you have to fill the space, is what I would say.
I like filling space.
I know, but I am the one who has to bloody edit it.
I know, that's why I do it. You know, we've probably heard you making the tea and coffee down there.
I thought I turned it off.
It doesn't matter.
Sorry about that, guys.
Thank you, darling.
Still learning with the microphones.
So, I'm going to stop rambling for a bit because she's moaning about she's got to edit it. All she's got to do is go slide, delete, and I'm gone.
If only it was that easy.
If only it was that easy. Yeah. Right, on that note, bye. Oh, we're at lock number 2 now. Emma walked from the bridge back there. She wanted to do some more walking. That one was full. I'm just kind of hovering at the moment. She's emptying it. From the look of it, it's almost empty, I'd have said. There we go. She's getting one gate open already. And go forward. Push your bow across. And then hopefully, by the time Emma gets there, round to the other side, the other gate will be open for me. There we go. Other gate's opening. In we go. That's what we like, not having to stop and get off at all. Perfect scenario in my book. Other than a boat coming down and you just drive straight in, but okay, another really leaky lock. We're only 57 foot, so most of these locks we get plenty of space to hang back on, so we don't get the bow soaking wet. Our bedroom's at the front there, although the doors are watertight. I don't want to put a load of water on them unnecessarily. But B, in the bow locker is all my fishing kit, and that's not watertight, so I don't want to get all that wet. Lock number 2. Oh, this one's very greeny. Lots of weed hanging off of this one. There we go, all the green stuff along it.
Look at this poorly lock, held together by bits of steel and some kind of bracing mechanism. It's like when someone's got their leg in a brace, you know, the boots that they have. Bit of steel work going on. Very poorly lock. Spot the imposter. There is definitely a goose that is trying to pretend to be a Canadian goose. Not sure he's pulling it off, really. Look at this for a mooring. Beautiful views either side. No trains, no major roads, right out in the middle of nowhere. If we were looking for a spot, this would be somewhere we might stop.
If we weren't going somewhere, I'd actually say, let's stop here for a few
look at
days.
your view over the other side.
Beautiful. Really nice.
Stunning. Amazing. Not so much of a good mooring spot, this one. Look at that train running right alongside you. You would not get very much sleep.
Okay, so this is lock number 3. Emma wants to do this one again, and I can see from it it's a really leaky one. It's literally looks like a paddle's open or gate's open. And it's quite a deep one as well by the look of it. And I can actually feel the leaking pushing me back in the chamber already. It's filling quite fast, just on the ground paddle, in fairness.
There's a boat coming down.
Oh, happy days. Happy days, you've got a boat coming down. No, Emma can just get on and we're cruising out of here.
So look at this mooring for the evening. Just one night, but what a beautiful, peaceful mooring, hopefully. Apart from there's a lot of Canadian geese over in the field.
And they like getting up early.
They do like to get up early, but that's fine.
That's right.
Just got a little way to go to the marina tomorrow, so we'll stay here tonight. So we will continue our journey tomorrow.
Got it. Well, good morning.
Morning.
I had to think then, it's Friday morning. Friday morning. You're not on the roof like that as normal because we got you by hand because we woke up this morning and we're a bit in the cut. The water's certainly gone down a lot. So we're making an early break, aren't we? We're going to get ourselves into that marina. We're right on the bottom, on the edge here, pulled in. So You're going to walk the dogs up, aren't you? I'm going to get the boat off. We know boats can go past in the middle because we've seen a few already. So we're going to get going. So, a bit of a shorter introduction today.
Off the wonk that we're on.
Yes. And,
the boat is quite wonky. So, as you can see, it's not drastic. It's certainly not as bad as when we were on the Grand Union that time and somebody left a paddle open. But you can see that the boat is definitely leaning towards the right. So we're on the wonk. We're caught on, and when Kev gets off, the boat does not move.
So, we are off. That took a bit of working. You can see over there how much the water's disappeared. And I don't know if you can see down here, that's dropped about, I don't know, 6 inches, 8 inches. It's certainly dropped more than what we did last night. On the positive side, look at this for a day. What a beautiful, stunning day this is. In comparison to yesterday, when we were in jeans, trainers, t-shirt, jumper or hoodie and a coat. Now I've got my shorts back on, t-shirt back on, my Toms back on, and it's lovely and warm. What a difference a day makes, as they say. All that mud there yesterday was not exposed. All that was full of water all the way up to the green there. That's how much the water levels have dropped on the Trent Mersey here. So here's a pretty good example. If you can see that boat there on the left, you can see how much he's tilting, how much the port side's up in the air, not in the air, but tilting, and the starboard side's leaning into the water. So that's a good show of how much water we've lost here. Look at how low all that is. I feel it's going to be a summer of fun this year. Summer of managing water wherever we all go.
So this lock ahead is closed, and you can see that there are 4 boats potentially waiting to go through. I think they are double moored on the lock landing, just waiting. I think it's supposed to open. It's supposed to open tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be open by the time we get back from Crick. Look at this. Looks great. Beautiful place. Beautiful marina. And I believe that this wide beam you can actually stay on. It's like a hotel, B&B. So here we are in Aston Marina, ready to go to Crick. You will have seen the video for Crick already, the vlog for Crick, because I know that we're behind. Obviously we're going to Crick this weekend. There's a vlog ready to go out, and then the Crick vlog will follow that, just so that it comes out at a relevant time really. But yeah, this is us, safe and sound in Aston Marina. Catch you on the next one.
Now she can jump on. No, she can't. She's been distracted by something in the bush. Okay. I'm going to make her walk to the next one if she doesn't get on in a minute. I have a feeling I'm going to clout this bridge. I don't know why. Because I'm talking. Oh no, I've got about as much room as the boat had trying to get past Emma the other day. Bloody loads. Bit of bus through it. Em put some washing on this morning. Some stuff that we probably need for Crick. So I'm hoping we can...
Ready?
Nice and slow.
Yeah, it's deep, isn't it?
Slowly. I will add there that I only said women's work because it was funny, and Emma did offer to make me a cup of tea because I've been driving. So she said, would you like a cup of tea?
Otherwise you'd be overboard.
She's making herself a coffee because she thought I'd been sexist. I'll probably get a punch in the face, to be fair.
We're recording now. It's a slower SD
That
card.
stupid message, yeah.
toe. Look.